First, I'm going to go to sign in. Students do not need to sign in at all, but the teachers are going to sign in with Google. You're going to pick your West Genesee account. And if you don't land at this page, notice you can, if you're somewhere else like here or here, you can click meetings on the left. If you don't see this at all, there's supposed to be a photo here of me, but if you just click on your name, it'll take you to this very same screen of the screen of your profile, and you can go down to meetings after the fact. I want to schedule a new meeting, and I'm going to name it. You can provide a description if you want. You're going to set a time for it. Whoops, that was a mistake. Sorry about that. Let me get back here. So let's pretend my meeting starts at 1 o'clock. It's going to last for an hour. You want to check for the time zone because by default, I think it's set to California, but just make sure you pick Eastern time, US, Canada. This is not a recurring meeting for me. I'm not going to require registration. I'm going to leave this as is. Password is a good idea. It helps protect privacy, but it's not necessarily required. And frankly, with elementary kids, it's an extra step. I wouldn't necessarily require it. I want my video on when it starts. I want the participants' video on when it starts, just to make it easy for the kids. We're going to use computer audio. We're not going to let them join before the host. Some people do like to mute participants upon entry to establish ground rules for the meeting. You can do that if you want. It's up to you how many kids you have in the meeting. If you're just one kid, don't mute them. Waiting room gives you control over who enters your meeting, and you'll get a notification that someone is trying to enter, and then you can decide when to allow that person to enter. We don't need to worry about authenticated users. This would require the kids to have an account, so do not use this. Do not check the box. And if you want to record the meeting automatically, you can, but you can always turn it on when need be. That's it. When you're done, you're going to click Save. This is going to generate, you could put it on your Google Calendar if you want. You could invite your attendees. This is the preferred way to do it. So what I would do is copy the invitation and just click the copy button. And then when you go to Google Classroom, you might want to say to the students to check out, excuse me, check out the classroom stream or whatever. I'll put it on the stream, call it Zoom meeting. And right below, there's really nothing I need to do but paste in the meeting information. And when I post this, the students will see a link. This is really all they need. They don't need the rest of this. They don't need the SIP information. They don't need any of this stuff. So when they click here, it's 12:58, and I scheduled this meeting for 1 o'clock. And I don't know if I can run a meeting within a meeting because I don't know if Zoom's going to launch twice for me, but it should just join with computer audio, and there we are. If you want to record it, you can click record. If you look at the chat settings, you should probably, I think we set it up so host only is the one that participants can chat with. So that's a default setting, nothing you need to do extra there. If you want to allow students in, like I said, you should get a notification about people in the waiting room. And if you click on your manage participants, you should be able to allow them in the room at any given time. If you want to mute that person, you can. If you want to rename them, you can. Not that you would need to rename them. But that's pretty much it. So long as you set the meeting up without requiring any registration, you should be all set. So thanks for listening, and I hope you found this useful. Bear with me while I shut this down. All right, take care.